After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast. Ouch.
Come to me.
No. Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 314. It is Sunday, July 2nd. No, it's July 1st. As we are recording this morning, we're recording a day early because Ty has a class or something or other.
It's a worky thingy.
So we are here a day early. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
I want to welcome all new and returning viewers. If you're new, we're glad to have you with us, and we hope you'll find something you like and you return. If you are returning, we're glad to have you back. That's awesome. And if you are in the shadows, new or returning, please feel free to join the Ravelry group. We are Pen, Hook, and Needles on Ravelry. And if you're watching on YouTube, please consider subscribing. The little red button below the video on your right, I think.
I think it is.
And there's a little bell there too, and that will tell you when the, it'll give you notifications.
An email.
Yeah, okay. We do have a new member. Her name is Sandy49.
Hi, Sandra.
And that's Sandra. Welcome, Sandra. We're glad to have you with us. And I'm sorry it took such a long time for me to welcome you. Usually I get to them like within a day or two. I think it took me a week this time. So, what do you have in your... Well, I guess it's my turn.
It is your turn. Wow, trying to break the rules.
I can break any rule I wish. It's Sunday, which, as people who are returning know, this is my special chai tea. No bourbon, no rum, Laura. Just vanilla chai tea. So, just saying. Okay. Yeah, vanilla chai tea.
And I have the more interesting tea.
That's debatable.
Oh no, I think everyone would agree. Plum Deluxe?
Yeah, debatable.
More interesting than any powder chai tea.
My chai tea is excellent to mundo, so stop it.
Plum Deluxe.
Okay. Saying Plum Deluxe doesn't change the fact that it's not any more interesting than my chai tea. I love Plum Deluxe.
It's very interesting.
I love Plum Deluxe, but does not mean it's any more interesting. What's in it?
Anyway, this is Tranquil Peach Herbal Tea. It's actually the same one I had last time. I remember really liking it last time, so I grabbed it again this time. Cool your heels with fun fruity flavor. This has Rubio's tea, apple pieces, pineapple pieces, rose hips, chamomile, lemon verbena, calendula.
See how annoying that is?
It was actually tickly. Calendula, blue cornflowers, peach / pineapple essence, no caffeine.
So I thought you made a new flower called Flu Blorn Flower.
Oh, you don't have the little animals.
I'll go get them.
Okay. So, I'm going to take a sip of my tea while she's doing that. And then I'll let her try it. As per our usual. Yay. And you have the title written down, goody. Sorry, you can't see what I'm giggling about. And you won't yet. Okay.
Buzz buzz wink. See here. Smells good.
Because it is good. You can't tell me that there's any tea better than Andy's.
It's just as good.
Andy's.
Andy's is my favorite non-chai tea. And I love his chai teas. So, okay. Alright. So we've done our teas. Let us go. Do we have anything else to say before we do that? Because you kind of just messed me up.
No, I just talked about tea.
Okay, so we had we welcome Sandra and we welcome all of our viewers, as we said, who are back with us. In other groups, we have the Harry Potter Cal, that's in the Victorian Studio podcast, and I'm not sure if she's done another podcast yet or not, but she's been busy with other things, I think. But it is the Harry Potter Cal, and it's Harry Potter related, anything Harry Potter related, and you can check out her rules in her group to see what is allowable if you're uncertain. And it goes the whole year.
A whole year?
Whole year. Family Movie Night Cal is Crocheting Whovian, and that's in the podcast group of Crocheting Whovian, and that's Laura Concert, and that is like our Tea and Tales only for movies, okay? And I believe that goes a year long. The Year of Socks Cal, which is also a year long, as Year of Socks would imply, Crocheting Whovian again, and that's all the socks, and so that's over there. Really fun podcast to watch. She should be putting up one pretty soon, she was saying. The Shorty Socks Cal is Undead Yarn. That's Heidi, Nitty Girl, and she is doing that for a year as well, and I believe, and it's any kind of socks. I've seen all kinds of socks in there. Mm-hmm. Then we have the 18 Hats in 2018 Cal. That's Brittany, who is B-Wing, and they are not a podcast, but it's a really fun group to be a part of, and it's very charity-oriented. 18 Toys in 2018 is Studio Mon Design. That's Vonnie, Beesney's group, and that is also not a podcast group, but it's a lot of fun. And also in that group is the Dragon Along Cal, and that only goes through August 1st, I think. The rules are in her group, and she's got some prizes for that too, so you might want to check that out if you're not already involved with it. And then the 2018 Tracking Stash, that's Deb's Destiny and Blue Yarn Always. That's Debbie and Sheila of the Never Cast Off podcast. And that, I think it goes the whole year. They may or may not have prizes. I think they're waiting to see about participation. Mm. And then the last one is Those Summer Knits and Summer Sock-Alongs. That's Yarn Cafe Creations and Dragon Horde Yarn from the Girls in the Yarn Cafe podcast. That's Christy and Tristan. And that's two different alongs. One is for socks and one's for summer weight type things. If you can make an
argument for summer.
Right, for summer. So
you know what makes me think of a little bit, although it's not quite the same concept. Remember when, I don't know if Ivertown still does it, but remember when she used to do the Summer of S?
S, yeah. Mm-hmm. But it was just the Summer of S, though. Anything with S.
Yeah.
You had to make a case for it being S.
Yeah. I used to really enjoy that Cal.
Mm-hmm. I think I won one or two of those.
I think I did too.
One of the participants.
Yeah.
So. Okay. So check those out. The podcasts are very good, and the groups that don't have podcasts are also very good. So you want to check those out. The Autism Awareness Cal is over with. Finished yesterday, and we pulled for our prizes. I didn't think we were going to be able to do it, but we managed.
Yeah, because we ended up podcasting a day early.
Yeah. So, we want to thank the lovely Laura, who is a Crocheting Whovian, and the lovely Cappy, who is the Yarn and I, for being our co-hosts for this. We really appreciate that. They've done it with us for a couple of years now. We appreciate that. We did pull for prizes. Okay. Let me just pull my bag over here. Okay. The first prize we pulled for was the Betsy Ann shawl, which is by Looney Hiker, who is Pat. She's donated this lovely shawl that she, it says on her project page for that, her pattern page for that, all the particulars about it, but it's a very generous donation that she did for us. And the winner of that shawl pattern is Linsta Crafts, who is Linnea.
Hey,
so congratulations, Linnea. You contact Looney Hiker, Loonyhiker. That's Pat, Looney Hiker. Contact her and tell her that you won her Betsy Ann shawl pattern.
I don't know why I didn't know she was a designer.
Right now it's her only design.
Okay.
But she's doing other things.
Okay.
So just contact her, Linnea. Contact Looney Hiker, and congratulations. Now for the next prize, these are the 2 sets of stitch markers. Well, they're actually Progress Keepers from Maureen. Now I don't know which person will get which set of colors. You just know that you're going to get 2 of the same color and 1 of a different color, whichever one it is. Okay. There it is. Okay. So you'll either get 2 gold in a separate color or 2 red in a separate color. Okay? So, it'll be 3 of these kind of stitch markers.
So it'll probably be the 2 gold and the blue and the 2 red and gold.
So you're going to get 3 of these. There's 2 sets of 3. Okay, this is Maureen made these, and I saw how she makes these. It's absolutely amazing.
They actually are really awesome.
They're amazing.
I have one on here, I think.
I have one on one of my other
Yes,
projects.
I have one of the blue ones.
Okay, so the first winner of the stitch markers is Family Diva. That's Sue. So Sue, congratulations. Contact me to let me know what you won, and we will send it to you.
Yeah, I think they're very time intensive to make. So
yes, they are. And Renegale, who is Renna.
Did you want to try that again?
Renegale, who is Renna. Okay.
Renna.
Renna. I'm sorry, Renna. For some reason, I want to call you Rennie, and that's not right. Okay.
It's a.
Remember, Renna, we're not getting older. We're getting better. She'll understand.
Age like a fine wine.
Wine, yes, it just gets better. And we were talking about that in the thread. She will understand. Okay, Sue and Renna, you each won a set of these Progress Keepers by Maureen. Contact me with your name and your address and what you won, and what you won it for, and we will get this out to you. Okay? Congratulations.
I.e. by what you won it for, what along you won it for.
Yes.
Not like, oh yes, I made XYZ project.
No, yeah, that they wouldn't know that. They don't know what number. Okay.
Oh yeah, duh.
Okay, now the Silver Shed bags. All right. Okay, the Medium Autism Awareness Project bag goes to Christina, Mama C. Okay.
Yay.
So let me just write this down here. Okay, so Christina, contact me. Tell me that you won the medium-sized Silver Shed Autism Awareness Bag, Silver Shed USA. And I don't know what your name is. You have, I don't know if it's Mo for Maureen or something, but Mo's Crochet. You won the little adventure bag, Autism Awareness USA.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking of
Moses
searches. My rocking
All right,
chair.
Mose. So, Moses Crochet, you won the little travel bag, the adventure bag, okay? The Silver Shed USA. So please, both of you, Christina and Mose Crochet, contact us. Contact me.
Yes,
and tell us.
Contacting Tully is a very bad way to go.
Tell us. Tell me what you won and what you won it for. So, Christina, you won the medium Silver Shed bag, and Mose, you won the adventure walk bag, okay, the travel bag. Okay. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Okay. Now, these are for these 2 winners. Contact Debbie, Deb's Destiny. Okay, for her new stained glass cape pattern. Okay, Valeria.
Yay.
Okay, so Valeria, you got 1 copy of that. You contact Debbie, tell her you won the stained glass cape pattern. And Oxtoon Kitten, Rachel.
Yay.
So contact Deb's Destiny. Let her know that you won her stained glass cape pattern, okay? All right. The next one, the next prize up for the autism awareness is, I'll find it here. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Okay. This cool little thing. It's a Save Our Sweaters with Lily Brush. And it's a fabric pill remover. And the winner of this is Nita C. Anita. So Anita, let us know that you won this. This is awesome. It saves your fabric. So let us know what you won. And, you know, name, address, all the pertinent information and what you won. That's what I need from all you guys. So this is the Lily Brush, Anita, okay? For the,
even if we likely have your information, still
send it, please. Yeah, okay. Now the next person won Miss World, that's Amy, her Autism Awareness Bear and Weighted Lap pattern. And she said if you already own the pattern, you can choose any other pattern from her collection, okay? That's Allison Roseboom. Okay, Allison, contact Miss World and tell her that you won the Autism Awareness Bear and Weighted Lap pattern. She said if you already have the pattern, you can have something else, okay?
That's a cute pattern.
It's an adorable pattern. So congratulations, Allison. Contact Amy, Miss World, okay? All right, now, let me get this out. I need to get a little bit of drink here. because we have a lot of prizes and it makes me thirsty. Okay. All right, we have a skein of opal. That's it. Find it. No. Bear with me, guys. I'm looking.
Bear with, bear with.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, this is the opal, and this is a heavier weight yarn. This is from Mama C.
I've always wanted to try their heavier weight.
This is softer than their fingering.
Really?
I like it.
Let me feel a little more.
I mean, still a little, but not much.
This would be workable.
Yes, this would be a lot
I
workable.
had to look into getting their heavier weight ones. I'm like, because I didn't care for their fingering. I felt it was too light.
Well, I felt it was too scratchy, but this I think I could work with. I think I could actually work with this.
That would be fun.
Okay, this skein of opal worsted weight yarn goes to Shirley Knits. Okay, Shirley, you won the opal worsted weight yarn. Okay, so I need your name, your address, and what you won for this along. It is the skein of opal weight. Opal worsted weight. Opal worsted weight.
It has its own weight.
Opal worsted
Opal
weight yarn.
weight.
Okay, and the colorway is Wintermond, which I guess is Winter World. Okay. So this is for Shirley. And the other prize that Christina had donated for this, with this yarn, that goes to another person, is this bag, and the stitch markers are from Laura Concert, okay? The little Autism Laura stitch markers. This goes to Tiffany, who is Penguin Freak, okay? So Tiffany, you have the project bag with the little stitch markers from Laura Concert. The project bag is from Mama C. It's a black little hearts and sheep stitch markers. I mean, bag, and then the stitch markers are autism awareness. Okay, you can't really see them in here. I don't want to take them out and lose one.
How cute.
Yeah, so this is Tiffany, who is Penguin Freak. I need your name, address, and what you won for this along.
Didn't she used to have a podcast? Or
She did. She kind of fell off the radar for a little bit.
But it was like a crocheting podcast,
I think it was, yeah. Because I saw her there. I was like, oh, wait, she's back. Yay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is Tiffany. Penguin Freak. That doesn't mean you can't tell me what you won, Tiffany. Okay? What you won, name, address, and all that good stuff. Okay?
All that jazz.
All that jazz. So that takes care of these two. Shirley has the opal weight.
Opal weight, huh?
Yep. And Penguin Freak has the project bag. Okay. All right. Now, there's one more skein of yarn that this was a holdover from the last along because the person felt that somebody else might get better use of it. That's not it. This is it. Yes. Okay. This is from Christina, and it goes to Rose Bob. Okay, so Rose, this is a skein of mini train. It's called Winter Blues. It's a semi-solid. It's a DK weight, 100 grams, 246 yards. Mint Rain hand-dyed yarns. Okay, so you got the Mint Rain hand-dyed yarn, okay, in the Winter Blues colorway, Rose Bob. So
Very
please
nice,
let
Rose.
us know when you hear this, Rose. Address, name, and all the pertinent information so we can get this out to you. Congratulations, Rose.
Congratulations.
And the last prize, not least by any means, is from Elizabeth, who is hooking for fun. Thank you, Elizabeth. And this is a Rocky Mountain Knit Co. I believe it's a hat set or something. Let me see.
But we didn't want to
Oh,
unwrap
no.
it.
This isn't the hat set. This is that already went. This is a bag, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think this
and we
is-
can't unwrap it because it's...
Yeah. It's a project bag from her shop. And I want to know what's in it. Okay. This goes to Seductive Berry. Maria,
You
when you
point
get
in
this,
picture.
when you get this, you need to post a picture because we didn't want to open it to see what it looks like. So Maria, you got the Rocky Mountain Knit Co. bag. It's
not just a...
it's by Hooking for Fun.
and it's not just this bag.
No, it's not this brown bag. There's something in here, soft
Yeah.
and squishy. Okay, and it's very well made, I'm sure. So Maria Seductive Berry, you won the last project bag. It's a little bag by Hooking for Fun by Elizabeth. And I don't know how big exactly it is because I'm sure it's folded up in here.
Yeah.
So that's cool. All right, so that's all the winners for the autism awareness. Let me just put these together so I don't lose them. Okay, now, the last prizes we have to pull for, because that's over now, but we also have to pull prizes for the...
Or reveal prizes for.
Well, one is a pull. We're pulling, yeah, okay. Anyway, we have to do the prizes for the PHN Tea and Tails second quarter. All right, let me just see here. I lost my show notes. Okay. Okay. For this along, the posts were $9.49 to $17.60. Actually, it was $17.60. The Plum Deluxe tea package, the prize that we're going to be sending from Plum Deluxe, goes to Renna. Okay,
Yay,
Renna
Renna.
Gale was lucky this time. I must have picked her 10 times. She just kept coming up and coming up.
Renna, you're going to enjoy Andy's tea so
You will.
much.
We need to know if you have any allergies, if you can't have caffeine, anything like that. Contact me with whether or not you can have caffeine or not. If there are any allergies we need to be aware of or anything like that, so we can get this tea thing put together for you. It will come not from us, but from Andy.
In the
In
purple
a
package.
purple package, okay? So congratulations, Renna. Tell me that you
You
won
are
that.
going to thoroughly enjoy
it.
his tea.
Yes. Okay. And we also have a skein. This is donated by Margaret, who is I'm sorry, Margaret. Fiber Hermit. And this is a fingering, self-striping Ravenclaw colorway. And this goes to Vani. Okay,
Yay,
Vani,
Vani.
I know I have your address. I just sent you a package, but you're going to send me anyway, right? Vani, name, address, and the fact that you won.
She magically forgot your address between now and
last week. Vani, name, address, and the fact that you won the Ravenclaw colorway, and we'll send that right out to you. Okay? Congratulations to all our winners and to all our participants, because I think everybody is getting enabled and they're enjoying themselves, which really makes me happy.
Indeed.
That you guys there's a lot of encouragement and chatter and all that kind of stuff. Now, I do want to go over briefly the rules for the tea and tails. It has to be, it's 1 whip per project per week, and the FO whenever it's finished, and we don't have any co-hosts for it. I'm a little bit, because my notes are a little out of order, I'm a little bit discombobulated. Let me get to the tea and tails. Here we go. Okay, it runs January 1st through December 31st. Must be knit, loom knit, or crocheted. Previous whips are allowed, but must be worked during the time frame, okay? Chatter and pictures will be in the same thread, and they must be tied in some way, shape, or form to the theme of tea and or tails. And somebody did ask, yes, we do accept children's books, okay? They can even be hop-on-pop books. For children, there are books, okay? So yes, we do accept children's books, but they must be stories, okay? They can't just be like, this is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3.
Yeah.
You know, like 1 with a pig and 2 with 2 dogs or something. It has to be an actual story to it, even if it's just a sentence per page. Books, novelizations, graphic novels, anything like that. Okay. Any Franciscan Gypsies design that can be related to Tea and Tails, and any Lady Fernicle Creations yarn that can be related to Tea and Tails, or is used in a project that can be related to Tea and Tails, is eligible for 2 chances at a prize. If you use a featured yarn and a featured pattern together, the project is worth 3 chances at a prize. Okay. We also have Joanna Johnson patterns. They are anything that's Tea and Tails related in her repertoire of knit patterns is eligible for 2 chances at a prize for a finished object. And we made a mistake. I was rewatching our video to make sure it was going through okay. And you said the Diana's hat was only eligible for 1 chance at a prize. It is a Joanna Johnson's pattern. If it's used with my, it's 2 chances at a prize. It's a featured, okay. And if it's used with my yarn, it's 3 chances. So Diana's hat is one of Joanna's patterns, and it is eligible for 2 chances at a prize if you make it, and 3 if you use it with a featured yarn. Okay, so that's Joanna Johnson's Tea and Tails patterns. Mom Cook, who is Loom Knit, any of her patterns that are related to tea and or tails, and she has several of the tea and tails, and I think a few of the tails alone. Some of tea and some of tails.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So I'm not sure.
I don't loom knit, so I haven't.
I don't know the proportion. I know she has a bunch of the tea, and I know she has at least a couple of the tails, and something about mittens and kittens, and I forget what it was. 'Cause I forgot to look again. But she has a lot of nice patterns.
Mm-hmm.
And featured patterns by Crocheting Hoovian, who are tea and tails related, like her Hufflepuff is the one that comes to mind. Or if you can manage to make her hat and give it something like a tea and tails related spin somehow, either by the yarn or the title or whatever, you can make your case and we'll accept it. All right, we have done our quarter prizes already, and the next quarter prizes, we have a skein of Mystic DK. That's my yarn. It's a DK base and it's Mystic colorway, and that was donated by Cookie 45 with Stephanie, and a Franciscan Gypsy Designs mug that was also donated by Stephanie. That's for next quarter. So, okay. All right, so that takes care of that. I think I hit everything for that one. And now we need to go to the new ones that are up, which means I have to go back here. I'll find it.
You passed Taurus versus Hare.
I did?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right. We were asked once again, I think it's our third year, by the lovely Laura Concert of the Crocheting Hoovian podcast to co-host her Tortoise versus Hare. It would be us and her and Brittany from Bee's Knees.
Brittany's a bunny, right?
Comforting Crafts. Comforting Crafts, not Bee's Knees.
Brittany's a bunny, right?
Brittany's a tortoise.
Brittany!
Brittany's a tortoise, but Beth is a hare. Is a hare.
I thought Beth was a
Beth
hare.
is a hare, but Linnea's a tortoise. So anyway, outing everybody. So, okay. Brittany is not Bee's Knees. Brittany is Comforting Crafts. So we have...
I need to go back to bribing Lara, because she hasn't really made up her mind.
She's an owl.
Yeah, but if I bribe her with enough candy and stuff, she could become a bunny.
I can bribe her with yarn. She can be a tortoise. Anyway.
Look, they're bringing yarn into it.
Okay, you opened up bribery. That's not me. Anyway, okay, let me get back on track. Tortoise versus Hare. We were asked to co-host. This is Laura Concert's baby over Crocheting Hoovian. And we are co-hosting with her and with Brittany. And I don't know if there's going to be a third person or a fourth person or not. I'll let you know. But right now it's just us. And it runs from July 1st to September 30th. And this is all the bunnies and all the turtles, okay?
All the bunnies.
Turtles, tortoises, bunnies, hares.
Bunnies.
You know, that's what we're doing here. And there's a friendly little rivalry going around. I don't know if Taya and Laura have decided what they're...
We had several ideas. I'm not sure if we ever completely decided.
They always have some kind of a wager going, and generally...
Well, last year's the first year we did a wager.
I thought you did both
No,
years.
the first year we didn't have any repercussions.
Oh, okay. I guess you just talked about it. I think last year Laura did what was anyway, even though you lost last year.
No, she didn't do a big bunny.
She didn't? No, but she did a big turtle, didn't she?
But that wasn't her. It was, if she lost, she had to do a big bunny. If I lost, I had to do a big turtle.
Right. Okay, in any event, the Tortoise versus Hare, whips and FO, this is an R group. These rules are for our group. Laura's might be slightly different, and Brittany's might be slightly different. For us, the whips, as always, one whip per project per week. We will accept tortoises and hares, loom knit, and crocheted. Okay, whips and FOs will both be eligible for drawn prizes. You have to be a member of the Ravelry group into which you want to participate, which is pretty standard. As I said, knitted, loom knitted, or crocheted. One whip per project per week. You can post the FO whenever it's finished. If you already had a whip picture in the thread and then you have an FO, then you can still do. If you were working on it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you finished it Thursday, you can still post both the whip picture and the FO that week. Okay. Please tag your projects, at least for us, PHN TOR VS HAR 2018. It's PHN Tortoise versus Hare. You know, PHN TOR for tortoise, little VS, HAR 2018 for Ravelry, and then the hashtag in front of that for Instagram.
And we probably will have in our thread what the tags are.
Oh, yeah.
Because I would not remember that.
It's pretty easy to remember when you think about it, but it's, you know, if you want to see exactly how it's written up so you don't have all these different capitalizations and stuff, you might want to look in the thread. The projects do not have to be finished, but they do have to be worked on during the time period allotted, okay? And we love, this is one of our favorite alongs. We just, we say that about all of our alongs, but this is one of our favorite alongs. We love seeing the tortoises and the hares. There's a lot of smack talk. Be nice, okay? Be nice. We are a nice group. You can have all the smack talk you want as long as it's nice. Don't make me put you in the corner, okay? All right.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
No one puts baby in the corner. Yes, that is a reference. Okay. We haven't done one of those in a while. Reference.
Well, we've done references. We just haven't called them out.
References, yeah. Okay. So they have to be, projects have something to do with tortoises, turtles, terrapins, rabbits, bunnies, hares, or any rendition thereof. Okay? Be eligible for prizes. If you use Lady Fernicle Creations yarn, the completed project will be eligible for 2 chances at a prize. Any Franciscan Gypsy design, which is a featured pattern, will be eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the FO. And if, as always, if you do both together, it's eligible for 3 chances at a prize. The prizes, I have prizes coming in for both this and the next one, the next along, which is the cardiac dysautonomia awareness one. The prizes are coming in, so I haven't gotten them sorted yet. So they're not, I don't have them right now, but I have some sitting here, or actually they're over there. So I will show you next week. So that's about it for now. You know, the rules are in our groups. It's a lot of fun. Big hares, little hares, big tortoise, little tortoise. We don't care. It'll be fun. I think I'll make an owl for it.
It doesn't really equal anything.
Okay. The next along, and this is where Talia's going to talk in a little bit, and I can get a rest, is the cardiac dysautonomia awareness.
Dysautonomia.
How?
Auto, like.
Yeah.
You said at.
That's an auto. I just elongated my U.
Okay.
Okay. Cardiac dysautonomia.
Mom, not ow.
That's
auto.
Oh, just be quiet.
Like the autonomic nervous system.
I don't care. I can't say that.
Yes, you can.
Cardiac dysautonomia awareness.
I'll make you ow.
No. Should I put an OW? Cardiac dysautonomia.
Okay. I'm gonna say this. Cardiac dysautonomia.
My strategy worked. The strategy worked.
Awareness.
Okay. CDA. Cal. Okay. That should be our hashtag. Is CDA. Yeah. Cardiac dysautonomia.
See, you can do it.
Awareness. Cal. Okay. This is actually our 5th annual cardiac read along, but we have now added dysautonomia. Okay.
You ruined it.
I can't help it. This year, okay.
You fail.
I fail. Okay. So we're going to still be fostering awareness of cardiac-related health issues and things like that, but also dysautonomia awareness because of issues that have come up in Talia's life recently, okay? And this Cal runs from July 1st through September 30th. WIPs and FOs will both be eligible for the prizes. The prizes you must join the group. Again, this is pretty standard stuff. Join the Ravelry group to which you are posting. We may have a co-host later on, but may not, okay, at this point. Projects must be knitted, loom knitted, or crocheted. 1 WIP per project per week for the pictures, and the FO whenever it's finished. If you already have a WIP picture earlier in the week, as always, if you have an FO that week, you can still post it. Oh, I do have that there. No, I don't. Okay, the hashtag I have here is PHNCRADA 2018. We're probably going to do CDA instead. It's easier. I'll try to remember so Talia can change it. So tag your projects PHNCDA 2018. I better write that down.
And write a note.
PHNCDA 2018 with a hashtag for Instagram. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I just want to remember this. Okay. Projects don't have to be finished before the end of the Cal. but you have to work on it.
Because that was a question someone had.
Yes. No, you know, they must they must not have been finished before July 1st.
Right. They must be worked on during the period of the cow.
You can't just take a project and say, "Oh, this fits the parameters. It's blue or teal or it's red. I'm going to put it in there," and I finished it 2 months ago. No, it has to have been worked on between July 1st and September 30th because it runs for those 3 months, okay? They have to be red or some shade of red, including shades of pink. So you've got your reds, your pinks, your mauves, all that kind of stuff. Shades of blue or shades of teal to be eligible for prizes. And we do realize that teals are subjective. So if you can make your case for teals, they're kind of like aquas and turquoises where you got some that are more green, some are more blue. Use your judgment. Teals are the color we're looking for along with blues, okay? The shades of, okay? So reds, pinks, blues, and teals, all right?
It adds a little bit more variety because I know not everyone in previous years likes shades in red and pink, so this allows for a little bit more flexibility.
In the past, I think people who didn't like reds and pinks like me would make things and give it away. I do
actually,
like red, but...
this cow actually covers your colors.
And yours. Yeah, so that's cool.
Actually, orange. We're wearing our colors.
Yes. How did that happen?
I know.
Our... I was going to say something, but you derailed me. I don't remember. It can't be too important. Okay.
I don't remember what you were talking about.
I don't know. Any Lady Furnicle Creations design, or any Lady Furnicle Creations design, completed in reds, pinks. I have one design in testing. If you should do it for this in blues, teals, reds, or pinks, just like Talia's designs in those colors are eligible for 2 chances at a prize. Anything in my yarn, that's reds, blues, or pinks, and I would say at least half to 70% reds, blues, pinks. If you find one of my yarns that has reds, blues, pinks, and all that all together, go to town.
Do you have a yarn like that?
I have, well, Foon probably was closest.
Yeah.
And some of my Autism Awareness colorways. But if you have my yarn, Talia's patterns, my patterns, and they fit the parameters of the along, then they are eligible as normal. If it's my yarn and her pattern, or my yarn and my pattern together, it's 3 chances of a prize. If it's just the featured yarn or the featured pattern, it's 2 chances of a prize, and then everything else that fits the parameters is 1 chance at a prize. And I think that was pretty clear.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we do have prizes. The only one I can mention is one that was, because I have to, like I said, they're still coming in and we're still putting them together, is one from Rena, who's Rena Gale. She generously donated a Ravelry pattern of up to $8. So that's really awesome. Thank you, Rena.
Thank you.
We appreciate that.
Ouch.
Okay, it's all yours to do.
Sorry, I pinched myself. Okay. So you've heard a bit about POTS and dysautonomias on and off for the past year or so. Basically, what a dysautonomia is, this is coming from dysautonomiainternational.org, and it is an umbrella term used to describe various conditions that cause a malfunction in the autonomic nervous system. This controls the autonomic nervous system controls most of the essential functions of the body that we do not consciously think about, such as heart rate, blood pressure, digestion, dilation and constriction of the pupils of the eye, and temperature control. People with dysautonomia have trouble regulating one or more of these systems in the body due to malfunction in their autonomic nervous system. There is no cure for this condition at this point in time. It is a chronic condition. It can occur as a primary condition or be caused by another condition. There's really not a lot known about why this happens. And like I said, it's part of why there's not a lot known about how to fix it. And the neurological systems we still don't completely understand neuro. So there's only a limited amount of things that can be done. A lot of the current diagnostic criteria for POTS is a heart rate increase of 30 beats per minute or more or a heart rate up to 120 within the first 10 minutes of standing while being symptomatic. Okay, so how do I say that in a way that's more easy to understand? I'm going to use my own personal experience. So
Slow down your speech,
oh, okay.
please.
Okay. I'm going to use my own personal experience. Starting about 5 years ago, I would notice one of the big symptoms is exhaustion, but I blamed night shift for that.
Which probably still was part of it, but
Probably was still part of it, but it was a little, I know now it's probably inappropriate exhaustion to what I was
right.
doing. The way I used to describe it was, there's a quote from the Lord of the Rings where Bilbo is talking to Gandalf, and Gandalf tells him he looks well, and Bilbo says something effective, well preserved, and he laughs, and they all say that how well preserved he was. He said well preserved, and like I said, he laughs, and then he's like, I feel like too little butter spread over too much bread. Mm-hmm. And that is how I felt for years. It was the only way I could describe how completely exhausted I was every single day. And one day I felt icky in the morning getting ready for work, stuck myself on a whim on a oxygen probe I carried on my uniform, and my heart rate was in the 120s to 130s, just getting out of the shower. I dealt with high heart rates for 5 years after that first discovery. That first year, after multiple issues with the high heart rates sending me to the ER, when I got tests done, they told me nothing was wrong. They blamed night shift, and they implied it was, well, they did a little more than imply. They stated they thought that my job was stressful, and offered me anti-anxiety medicine as well as something to control the heart rate. I told them that it wasn't anxiety, and I wanted them to figure out what was wrong. When I wouldn't take the meds, I was told to do deep breathing exercises. I got angry and justified it for the next 4 years.
It was very difficult as a family member to watch this because, we would tell her, I would mostly tell her to go in and get it checked again, but she could not get past, and this I think happens to a lot of people. Mm-hmm. It's not just, I'm not trying to out Talia on this. I'm trying to say that don't let your pride or your hurt feelings or whatever it is, if you're feeling this kind of stuff, keep you from badgering them and going back just because you think, I know what they're going to say. You have to be your own advocate, and you have to keep going, because it should not take 5 years to get some kind of idea or diagnosis. Yes, it's rare. Yes, it's uncommon. Yes, it's new, kind of like Asperger's was about 15 years ago.
And actually, it's not even that rare. The stat is an estimated 1 to 3 million Americans are living with some form of POTS.
Well, my point is, you said it was like Asperger's was
when
Davina first came out. So, people have to be made aware, mm-hmm. and you cannot let outside actions determine your actions. You can't react. You have to act.
Now I wish I had pushed more. I had asked for a cardiology consult. I was refused one. I should have pushed.
I don't see how they can refuse you one. If you're paying for it with your insurance. They said
I didn't need it.
That's not, if you feel like you need one and you haven't had one, I'm not saying like a hypochondriac mm-hmm. who goes all the time, but if you haven't had one, you're having this, and they don't know what's wrong with you, they're not paying for it. You are.
Well, they also thought because my heart rhythm was normal, because a lot of questions I got asked, and I still get asked, is are you in AFib? Mm-hmm. Now, AFib is a condition where your heart rate can go very fast, but your heart rhythm is abnormal. My heart rhythm has always been normal. My heart would just beat too fast inappropriately.
That's the original diagnosis.
And my original diagnosis, well, what happened was 4 years ago, my symptoms got worse. I started having chest pain, more frequent palpitations that I could actually feel, the sweats, trouble breathing. It got very hard to work. Then one time at work, I bent down to pick up a bag and my heart rate hit 150. And I got sent down to the ER.
And you had several trips like that and coming home and stuff. There was a time there where I was driving to work all the time because I didn't know if you would have to come home from work. So thankfully we only live about half a mile from the hospital, or a mile from the hospital, maybe a little more.
Something like that.
And I can drive her and pick her up, and that way we don't have to have her car sitting there if I have to pick her up. But it's,
when the day that I went down to the ER with a heart rate of 150, just bending down to pick up a bag, I was actually taking care of a patient who had a fast heart rate, and my heart rate was beating their heart rate out.
Was it really?
And
I think your first one where you had a hospital visit was in Winchester when Daddy was with you.
but yeah,
They just didn't know what it was.
yeah, and so the ER doctor is the first one who told me he thought I had something called inappropriate sinus tach, which some people say that they think might be a form of dysautonomia. They haven't quite made up their mind.
Yeah, it's not under the umbrella of the thing I put on the list.
But I've had a reaction that I think a lot of people have with dysautonomia when someone first considers it. My first reaction, I almost cried in the ER, and I said, "So this isn't my fault? I didn't cause this? No, this isn't night shift. This is your body. It's something is wrong." This is what I had thought for years, but I justified it. I tried to make excuses. I knew it wasn't anxiety, but I tried to blame it on night shift, on other things messing up my body. And as soon as I got up to the ICU where I work to get my stuff together so I could go home, when I told my coworkers, I did cry. Because I was so relieved that someone finally believed me.
Yeah.
That they didn't just tell me to take deep breaths. And then I got a cardiology appointment after that. Actually, no, I already had a cardiology appointment because I had insisted. I told my primary, because I had symptoms before that ER trip, and I told them that basically they were going to give me a cardiology consult or I was going to find my own cardiologist, and he gave me a consult.
You ended up with the one I have.
So since that point, my heart rate is a lot more under control. I still will hit a greater, remember the criteria that they said was a heart rate increase of 30 beats per minute or more, or a heart rate of over 120 within 10 minutes of standing. I still get that getting out of bed in the morning. It doesn't stay that way, but I get that getting out of bed in the morning. If I take stairs, I will hit 110s to 120s. And it's not because...
And she's talking walking, not running the stairs.
No, I'm not running the stairs. I'm walking the stairs. I've hit as high as almost 130 walking the stairs. So my heart rate's under much more control, but my symptoms are not. Lightheadedness is a big symptom that people deal with. Fatigue. Nausea. My nausea's improved a lot since the medicine, but I will still get nauseated. Something that we call brain fog, where we'll just have trouble thinking, focusing, dazed. And this is a day-by-day reality. Some days are better than other days. Some days it'll just be minor symptoms. I've made a scale of lightheadedness, so I just know how, because I'm a nurse and I need something that's quantifiable. And I've made a scale that tells me how bad my day is so I can point to it. Most days I have at least a 1 to 3 level of lightheadedness out of 10. I usually have a level of up to 5 to 8. Or more like 5 to 7 maybe. I have one of those at least once a week. Where I will be so lightheaded that I have trouble walking around my house. Where I am afraid to go down to my basement because I'm not sure I'll be able to make it up the stairs again.
Yeah. And that's one of the,
where I wonder how I'll be able to do my job some days. So it is, some people are not, their dysautonomia is so bad where they are bedbound, at least for a while. And I can go into things that they do to suggest treatment later.
Do it later, yeah, because we're running kind of late.
But yes, it is a day-by-day condition. Some days, like I said, are good, some days are bad. One day you might see me needing support. The next day I will seem just like anyone else. And that's one of the frustrating things is it can be very, very easy to seem like you're making it up or because it's not consistent.
And that's why it's so important to have awareness out there. Someone who might seem, like she said, able to, walk around, do a hike one day, and the next day can't walk from the front door to their car. Mm-hmm. It's just, she's had days where, the day that she had to call off of work, where she couldn't get from our couch. Some of you who remember from the old times when we would podcast in the front room over there, she couldn't walk from our couch to the front door, and it's only about 20 feet, if that. So you just call in, and we sat her down. And yesterday she had minor flare because she was off schedule. So
and also I had flare the night before.
Yeah. So this always makes Davina happy because Davina she's
happy when I have.
No. She gets very upset, but she likes to feel. And this ties into the AA thing that we just finished. She likes to feel like she's useful, so she calls it being. And this is a reference to rawhide.
Rawhide, yeah.
The cook's louse is reference to that. She likes to be the louse or whatever it is that would need to be done. She was Taya's louse. She was what she call it, little sister louse or whatever she called it.
Yeah, I can't remember.
And she was running up and down the stairs for Taya. She was doing all the stuff. And when I got home, I told her, thank you for keeping an eye on Taya for us, which she doesn't get to hear very often. That's kind of a upside in our family, which is just unusual because I have a special needs person and a person who's got a quasi-disability. So,
and for some people, it can be...
well, at this point, for you, it's a quasi-disability. Yeah. It can be a disability for others. And that's, I don't mean to say that it's not. The hardest thing, I think, certainly for her and even for me and us as family members, is people who are like, well, why doesn't she just do this? Or maybe she should just change jobs, or maybe she should just go on days, or maybe she's, have she thought about doing this, that, or, has she done this, that, or the other thing? And it's hard because people don't understand. They mean well, but they don't understand. So we, on her end, she has to be patient, but she doesn't. Sometimes she's not. She doesn't have the energy. She doesn't have the spoons to be.
Yes, and we'll talk about spoons at some other point.
But she doesn't have the reserves to be patient, and I don't sometimes know enough. So it's really important to be aware, because there are more people out there maybe than we think who have this, who are just chronically exhausted. And people are like, what's the matter with them? Don't party so much. Don't go to bed on time. Eat properly. Get some exercise or whatever.
And one of the things is, you might be exhausted, but you also have insomnia, or interrupted sleep, and that's another issue, because if your sleep's interrupted, that can send you into a flare. Heat can send you into flare. You could just have a flare because you had a flare.
Yeah. What a time. Davina was saying
last time
before she had to go to work, I hope you don't have a solar flare. Which actually isn't too far off considering you get hot.
Yes, yes.
It was the cutest thing. It was so cute. But we should probably...
my coworkers have gotten to the point where they can recognize.
It's pretty hard not to.
But not everybody can have recognizable. And if you don't know me, you probably aren't going to be able to recognize me.
I think when you get flushed, you can, because you you get almost like this. And then when you get pale, you can. But you're not necessarily knowing that you're having a flare, but there's something wrong.
And you guys have actually seen one of my flares on here a few podcasts ago.
Yeah, a couple of people mentioned, like Beth said, when you put your sweater on upside down.
Yeah.
Sue, I think, does Sue have a medical background? Because I think she noticed it right away.
I can't remember.
Beth
But yeah. That being said, that's if I don't respond for a while on Ravelry. A lot of times energy is an issue for me. If you want to get a hold of me, Instagram's probably the best place because it's quick and it doesn't take as much energy. And I never understood why I never had energy. I just thought
she was lazy.
I didn't understand.
Lazy bum.
That's
all it is. It's all in her head. It's a lazy bum.
I finally gotten to the point where I don't want to punch people in the face if they tell me I have anxiety.
It took a long time because she takes it personally. You might have an anxiety component. No anxiety. That's a bad word. Strike it from the ledger. She used to have this like absolutely off the chart reaction that was completely unmerited for the word anxiety and all in your head. All in your head, I understand, but anxiety was like, and I understand anxiety too because my own issues have something like that. But it's just like, people telling you that. But it's like, really, you'd have to consider there are some components just because of what you're dealing with leading to anxiety a little bit. Not that it's causing anything, but no, she can't. All she hears is the A word.
I've gotten a lot better.
Which is not acrylic, it's anxiety.
No, but
acrylic anxiety?
Because there is a tendency, and it's not to say that anxiety is not a real issue. It is a real issue. It absolutely is.
But not in this case.
But not in this case. And because I had a medical issue that was not addressed because they wanted my primary care physician, who was not familiar with this condition, and now they said, okay, this is beyond us, which I appreciate.
And they're good. Our family practice is very good, but they don't always have the breadth or depth of knowledge that they might need.
And so they went with the solution that probably might even be the one they see most frequently. But for me, it was the incorrect supposition.
And they're very good about, if you can show them what it is, because you had other people come in or you show the articles or whatever, they were. She was. Don't give me that look. You told me so.
I had to get a diagnosis first.
I understand. That's
and
what
I
I
had
said.
to fight for that.
That's what I just said. You don't listen. See, she's her little thing is going up. She's starting to get that thing that she gets when she hears the word anxiety. Okay, we're going to stop here now.
Yes.
Okay, we'll talk more about it next time. We're 2 times away from here because this is a knitting and crocheting podcast, and that's the dysautonomia and cardiac awareness.
Oh my gosh, I just got a mouthful of salt. I need to mix that a little better. Oh my gosh, I remember what it was to taste like as a salt lick. Oh, that's really bad. One of the things I have to do, which is not normal for cardiac issues, because this isn't a cardiac issue, this is a nervous system issue. I have to drink a lot of fluids, and I have to increase my salt intake. And I just got a mouthful of salt, and that was really disgusting. Kind of like my salt tablets I had to take.
I think the face was kind of funny.
Oh, that was just so disgusting. Alright, that's a little better now that it's mixed. Oh, wow, that was horrible.
Okay, how many projects do you have?
Because
now that we're an hour in.
Yeah. Although part of that was prizes.
And it was just you running off with the mouth. No.
You did it earlier.
Yes, but I get to because you do it. No, that hurts me. It does hurt me.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't be too bad. Okay, come on. How many do you have?
Oh, which stooge was it that used to go?
Not so hard. That's what we didn't like.
Yeah.
He used to play, Davina?
think she must be
She's
upstairs.
upstairs. She would know. It's the one that used to wear he used to be on the Three Stooges.
Was it Curly Joe?
It was the one that used to have that boat hat in Lou Costello and
Yeah.
Abbott Costello. He said, "Not so hard."
My knees are trying to fall asleep. Okay, so
Wake him up! Wake him up! Wake him up! Up!
1,
2, 3, 4, 5.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I think I have 9. Okay. All right. So my first one, and this one might go away. I might use the yarn for something
sure,
else.
yeah.
It depends on if Talia can help me to rip it out to a certain place, because this is my blue sky shawl. This is my I'll Be There For You shawl, and I was tinking it back, and because it's such a fuzzy yarn, I was missing things, and I could see that where there are like yarn overs that weren't intentional and things like that. And I know what's wrong with it, and I did fix some of the things, but it was just, it got messed up in here somehow. So what I may do is either Talia will help me to just yank it and pick up stitches. If I have to start it all over again, I'll start something else in it. Because I love this. This yarn was given to me by Laura Concert. I really love it. It's very soft, but it's very fuzzy. And I may try a crochet project instead with this. And it has nothing to do with my pattern. I love my pattern, and you'll see later that I've got another one on the
You don't
needles.
necessarily want the combination.
I just don't know if I
yarn.
want it on this, because I'll be doing it, and I tend to split the yarn. So I'm hoping that maybe with a crochet hook, if I decide to pull it out, I won't have that issue. Because I just love this. It's beautiful. The yarn is absolutely gorgeous. And my stitch markers from Cappy, from the last Tortoise versus Hare. Her mom doesn't make them anymore. Makes me sad. Okay. And I'm using, for this one, a US 8. For my other one, I used US 10s. And you can see all the places now where I tinked back and I had mistakes. Talia was looking at it with me last night. But we decided she was too tired to try to rip it back. But I have like 3 or 4 stitch markers where there's mistakes. And I just said, I can't live with that. So we'll see what happens to this. You might see this next week, or you might see something else with this yarn. And this is Utopia Lima in the Blue Sky colorway.
The funny thing is, I almost said that with you.
You almost did what?
As soon as you started saying you, I was like, oh, it's Utopia Lima. I must actually pay a little more attention when you talk than I
Well,
thought.
I say it enough times. I don't know where my ball band is. I wanted to see what the yardage was. I think it's like 500 and some odd yards. I have to go back and look because I can't find it right now. But, okay. And I'm using my child glues. I still have my knit picks in here. I should probably take them out and put them somewhere else. Okay. I need to get back to that one lady I completely forgot. Okay, that's this one. And my next one is the Preemie Baby hat. It's in my Kickapoo Holiday Owls bag. And this is one I was just working on. And it's just a basic hat that I've been doing these like every week. And it's bulky weight. Hobby Lobby, I love this chunky, I think. I don't know what the colorway is. It's just, I've done several of these. And it's coming along. I haven't even named this yet. People can think of a name for this. That'd be fine. If you want to name it for me, that's great. Because I'm too lazy to name it. Okay. Could you put the ball through the over, under, around, and through?
Oh, it's...
Yeah. No, other way. There you go. Yeah. Okay, so it's kind of blues and greens and purples. I'm all about dragons right now. Maybe I'll call it the Dragon Baby hat. Maybe I'll do that. That sounds like a plan. I'm going to put Dragon Baby hat. So never mind. Dragonette.
That sounds better.
Baby hat. Okay. Alright, so that's this, and that's my second one.
You know, no one can actually read that. Not even you.
I can read it.
Now. Okay, so...
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Cover thy mouth,
I am.
you rude person.
I was covering my mouth.
With what?
My hand.
What hand? Oh, okay.
This hand.
Go on, do your bag.
In my Silver Shed USA Tree Frogs bag is Nemu, which is the On the Forest Floor pattern by Simone Carite.
You did do a little work on that, didn't you?
Yeah, and I'm using Miss Babs Yowza Wetta Skein and the colorways Faded, Sherpa, Marine. I mean, I can't remember how much I did on this, honestly.
I don't think you were on this blue.
I think you're right, I wasn't.
I think you were on the very tip of that gray blue that really pretty color.
Yeah, and I don't think I've done the increases yet on the gray blue.
I can see how that might take you a whole sitting to do one row.
Yeah, it's a bit of, because it's really bunched on these needles.
Not pretty.
I'm getting close.
Very close.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
So
that's interesting. They have the two light, and this. They have like 3 of the light blue sections, and there's not as much of this gray.
well, the gray is where your twigs would be.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's why it's the same color.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's so pretty.
So, but I chose not to do the twigs.
I like it without the twigs.
Mm-hmm.
I like it with the twigs too, but I like it without the twigs.
So I do enjoy this shawl and the shape of it.
Okay, my next one is in my Silver Shed USA large Eeyore bag. And this is my School Marm shawl project from the Easy A pattern by Laura Smoot. And I believe Laura gave me this pattern. She's very generous. Okay, so I did a fair amount of work on this. I think I was at the doctor's office waiting for some blood work. And I got the thyroid thing came back just fine. I'm still waiting on the other stuff, but nothing to worry about. Just check stuff. Okay. I can see where my gauge changed a little bit on this. Well, actually, this is where you fixed it for me. But otherwise, you said that my gauge change didn't need to be fixed, and that's why it's still. I just kind of wanted to know to remind myself that doesn't need to be fixed. This is. I got the front marked here. I think this is the top, right? Yeah, top down.
I'm just making sure that was all that was. Yeah, I think that was all that.
I love this colorway. This is Miss Babs in the Gotta Love Me colorway, and the Knit Picks circulars. Not Knit Picks. These are. Did I change my names? Yeah, they're Chow Goose 10.5s, and I love this pattern. It's easy to follow, and I'm just enjoying it. Look at that color. I love my blues, but I like this kind of a red because it's very.
Oh, you mean this red?
It's almost the same colorway.
It is the same colorway.
Is it the same color?
Yeah.
That has more black in it.
No, it's the same colorway.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I really like this colorway. I knew I liked that shawl for a reason, or sweater, or whatever that is.
A shawl.
So that's this, and I do this a little at a time. It's very relaxing to knit, and I'd like to finish this so I can do some other things. I have quite a few projects of hers on my needles. Some of them aren't getting a lot of love, so I may have to tear them out until I can, have my gauge be equal. But I like Laura Smoot, and if you're looking for a designer who has a pretty good variety of projects and skill levels, I would suggest you check her out. She's really good. Okay, do I have to do another one?
Yes, you do.
Okay. I think this is the last time I might have to do another one.
And this will give me a chance to make it through my row
here.
before I do this project.
I'll find it here. Wow. Okay. In my my dog and some yarn bag that was made by Kim, who's Black Horse. Is she Black Horse or Black Horse Knitter? I can never remember.
I feel like it's Black Horse Knitter.
Okay. Well, anyway, it's the lovely Kim. This is my Draco the Dragon project. No, it's not. It's my Donatello hat from the Bobble Slouch Beret. La 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 la. It goes around the world. The Bobble Slouch Beret pattern by Kate Alves. So it's a little bigger than I thought, but I think it's the slouch. I think once you close it up a little bit, it'll be fine. And this is a J hook, and I always have trouble with this. There's one part where she always confuses me. This is my third one. I always have problems keeping the count because I'm not quite sure what she's saying at the beginning, and I think I add a stitch at the beginning, and I always end up having to close it up in the it's not something I can't fix easily, and it's not her fault most likely. It's probably me because I have issues sometimes with patterns. But I made a lot of progress on this. I'm on the third row of bobbles, so you can see there's row 1 here, row 2 here, and row 3 here. It's not very clear, but and this is just Hobby Lobby. It's just in quotes. Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn neon in the color purple neon. Little Miss Thing will love this. She has mentioned several times that she likes this pattern, she likes this color, and as soon as I finish the hat, she'll get the yarn too. So, and I'm using a J hook with this, which is what it calls for. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm using a K. What am I using?
I don't know.
I thought I was using a J hook. 6.5 K. A K hook. Okay. Replacing the L hook. Alright. I thought I had done it the other way around. Okay, I fibbed. I was using a K hook. Alright, your turn.
So, in my Plover Bird Kissing Bunnies bag, this is, I think, is the last bag I bought from her before she closed her business. But this is my Just a Little Chilly Miter Square Afghan. This is usually what I work on when I just don't have any focus for anything else.
I like that square. It's pretty.
So this one I had made a stethoscope cozy out of.
Is that wild hair? Or is that American Gun?
I think this is wild hair, but I can't remember.
It looks like wild hair.
And then this one's your yarn. For the this is Quicksilver.
Oh, Quicksilver, yeah.
So, it takes a while to do this these squares because it's bigger ones.
Yeah.
But we got a little bit of work done on it yesterday. But I also fell asleep for a good portion of Davina and I watching Turtles together.
You were tired. You got home kind of late, and then you.
It's because my coworkers can't stop talking.
Oh, and you had nothing to do with that at all.
No, they weren't even talking to me necessarily.
Then why did you stay?
Because I needed to get reports.
Oh.
I had one patient to give. My coworker wouldn't stop talking.
Be quiet, listen to me, then you can talk. Excuse me.
And this is the one who I talked to on the hours. Talked to on the phone for 2 hours one night. She can talk.
I love her. She makes me happy.
Oh, she's a sweetheart, but she can talk.
You can. Okay. What are you going to say about it?
That's all I had to say about it.
That's all you have to say about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Because life is a box of chocolates. All right. My next one is in my Tootsie Pops Owl bag. And this is Silver Shed. I love it. Davina gave it to me a couple of years ago for my birthday. That's going on 3 years by now, huh?
Something like that.
I don't know. I don't feel like I worked on this, but I think I did. My husband likes this color. There is a lot of purple. This is a gray. This opaline is a gray, but there's definitely purple in it.
Yeah, there's definitely some purple.
Okay.
You can see it more on camera.
Yeah. So here's, even when I took it out of the bag, so there's the snout part of it, and then these are like I made the nostrils. I had to stop after doing this because it hurt my hands, these little nostrils, because they were so close. I had to, start over again to make sure I had 2 of these. I had to make sure that it didn't have a hole,
Right.
because it's so small that you don't want a hole in it. It's not going to close up. You can't really close it up. So that's what I've done on this so far. I have to put it together, which is one of the reasons. Boy, it does have a lot of purple. I didn't realize that. I didn't want to sew it up, and I have to sew it up before I can start continuing with the body and stuff. I'm actually surprised at how small this is turning out because this is the head. And my stuff never turns out that small for a worsted, or I think maybe I'm using a DK weight, but still, it's a lot smaller than some of my other DK weight stuff. So maybe my gauge is changing a little bit. And so I'm using, this is Heidi Undead Yarn, and it's Don't Eat the Baby.
Don't Eat the Baby.
And this is Opaline.
It sounded like you said donate the baby at first.
This is Opaline. It's Mad Tosh, I think. I think this is Mad Tosh Opaline. Yes, Mad Tosh DK Opaline. So this is going to be like the front scales and some of the accents. I think it's going to be really pretty together. Can you see that? I can't see the cameras in my way. So this is fun. So Vonnie, this is what it is. I'll try and get a picture. Vonnie asked me to post a picture. I have not taken pictures. I might have a picture. I'll have to check. I'll check, Vonnie. I'll check.
That's that, the little phone thing you carry with you.
But I don't do it on the phone.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't know how to do it on Ravelry on the phone.
You just go online on Ravelry. It's so easy.
I have to show.
That's how I do it.
Okay, your turn.
Okay, so in my, let's see, this project actually changed bags.
It moved out.
It moved out.
It's moving up, moving on up.
And my
Oh,
gosh, I can't remember who does this, but
And we always do this because you don't use it very often.
yeah, and she doesn't have a tag on it.
Yeah.
But this is my Velveteen Rabbit bag.
I think I got you that for Christmas, like the first year we started doing this.
I haven't had that long.
I think I had at least 4 years.
No, I think it's been more like 3.
I'll have to check my
because
my Etsy stuff.
you bought this after Kay was talking about it.
No, I bought it after Suburban Stitcher was talking about
But
it.
the thing is, I had heard Kay talking about it before
I don't think so. I'll have to check. It'll be in my Etsy.
And Kay and Dan have only been podcasting about 4 years.
Well, so I said about 4 years.
And I think it's been a little bit less than that.
I don't think so, because I remember picking it up because it was bunny related, it was Velveteen Rabbit, and you love Velveteen Rabbits. I don't think I was watching Kay and Dan yet. I don't think they were on yet.
I think they were on.
I don't think so, but I'll have to check it.
But this is the Project 8. The pattern is Decennium. And it's by Vintage Pearls. I'm using Miss Bab's Tart Babette in the colorway Electric Turquoise, Springtree Road in the colorway Jenny Linsky, and Zen Yarn Garden. Sorry, let's try that again. Zen Yarn Garden Serenity Silk in the colorway Blood Orange. And it's called 8 because it's the 8th project page for this hat.
No, it's not. It's called 8 because it's 8.
And I'm done with the color work.
That's really pretty. I like that a lot.
I'm really
That a dark blue on the top?
It's black.
It's black?
Well, it's kind of black, yeah.
Okay. Oh, so it's a bean? No, it's not a bean color, right? What color is that?
I'm sorry?
What color is that?
Jenny Linsky.
Oh, okay. It doesn't give us any idea of what the color is.
It's more of a black than it is anything else.
I thought maybe it was a navy blue, but it does look black.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that gorgeous?
So
That really pops.
I know, that's what I wanted.
Very nice.
So just had to close it up. Miss having this color work to work on, but I will find another one to work on when this is done. It's not like I don't have other color work projects.
I can't imagine where you would get them from.
So this has been a very enjoyable project. I don't look forward to weaving in all those ends, but say lovey.
Stick them inside of the head. Inside the hat. And just snip them so they don't show. What ends? I don't have any ends. Okay.
So there we go. Very happy with that.
In my purple crocheting Julian bag. This is her Podiversary bag. This is by Ann Brody. And it's Laura's bag. It's her celebrating Laura's Podiversary. Is my monkey bag project from the Surprise Backpack pattern by Amy B. Stitched? Amy B. Stitched? Yeah, Amy B. Stitched. Okay. I didn't do a whole lot on this. I have a hard time sometimes working with cotton because it doesn't give a lot. But I think I have a couple more rows of increases to do before I do the sides. And this is just red. And then
it's going to be a small bag.
I think so. Maybe a sock size. This is what's going to be the sides. And then the top again is red, I believe. Let me see, I'll show you if I can find the pattern.
So I was picturing something a little bigger.
Well, I might not be finished yet. I might be wrong as to how far I have to do. Let me see, I have... No. I think that's it. It looks...
It looks a lot bigger in that picture.
It does. Maybe that's just a small... I know people really like it for project bags and things. It's hard. You can't... She doesn't really give you anything to tell the size of. Because if this was a floor tree, you can tell that's not a floor tree because no bag is that big. So I think that's probably like a jewelry tree or something. But I've got one more row of increase before I get ready to go round and around and around. I don't know where I'm supposed to join my color here. I guess I do it, okay. I do it after I do 4 rows of round and
Yeah, because
round.
you can kind of tell looking here.
I have about 5 rows to do before I change color. So it's gonna, it comes out another set of stitches and then it starts going up about this high. And then it goes into the regular color. It's actually kind of like a, yarn down. sock, maybe a sock size or a baby hat or something like that if you want to use it for a project. Or it'd be nice just for a little bag to carry around. You know, Davina would like it for her pens and pencils and things.
Right.
Because it's pretty dense with the cotton. So it's a fun project. I will be talking to you, Rena. Yes, I'm talking to you again, Rena, to ask her how she did the drawstring. Because I have no clue how to do that. So I will ask her because I can. And she understands.
Okay, so in my Silver Shed USA Rebel Scum bag is the RAR hat, which is a Diana's hat pattern by Joanna Johnson, using Dragon Horde yarn, fluffy sock, in the colorway Dinosaurs RAR.
That's really pretty. I need to talk to Tristan and see if she uses a neon for that or if she actually just uses the regular. Because that's Tristan, right?
Yeah, this is Tristan. Yeah. Let me see. My yarn kind of got tied up in it.
Did she have an update? Is that what we saw on Instagram? She had an update?
Maybe.
I know that Christy had a really pretty yarn that I was like, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. I showed it to you, so that's your colors?
Yes.
So Dragon Horde yarn and yarn Cafe Creations, is that her mom?
Yeah.
It looks like they both might have had updates. So you
sorry,
might want to check them out.
My yarn is all tangled in my stitch marker.
Well, that's very talented of you.
Not really.
I was just being kind. Really get stuck in there?
Yeah, I got like really stuck in there. And plus it's tangled in itself anyway. I think it might be my tail though. Hold on, stop. Yeah. Too many hands in the kitchen.
I know, let me do it while you're talking.
No. Do myself.
Do yourself? Well, fine. I've gotten out all your knots in the past.
Do myself.
Do yourself. Let you cut a hole in it.
Do myself.
What are you, two? Gush, gush, gush? Gush, gush, gush. There you go. You might want to talk and do that while I'm doing my next one because they're sitting here waiting for us.
Doesn't matter, it's just an ow tail.
Yeah, but my point is they're sitting here.
Ha! Doesn't matter if that one's broken, it's the tail.
We're brute strength instead of brains.
It solved it. It's just the weaving end.
How long did you have for the cast on?
I like my cast on long.
That's not long. That's half a skein.
That's not half
That's
a
half
skein.
a skein. Look at how long that is.
I like mine long.
You like your long and you don't... Was it that song?
Yeah. So, just some work on it.
That's very bright.
It's very bright.
I like that. And who's that for?
Davina.
Yes. Okay. All right. How many do you have left?
2.
Okay, I've got 3. All right. So
you go double.
No, I just go 1, you go 1, I go 1, you go 1, I go 1. Okay, my next one is in my caterpillar bag, my bookworm bag. This is my unnamed baby hat.
Is that the same picture for the Hungry Caterpillar? Looks almost like the Hungry
It looks like it, yeah. That's what I thought when I saw it. It came from the book the first time I saw it. And this hasn't had really much love at all. I just did a little bit of it. I haven't named this one yet either. The other one has a name, but this one doesn't now. So, and I don't know, this would have to almost be, I think, a really preemie baby. I might have to send this to Brittany or somebody who might be able to find, we don't have that big a, I guess our pregnancy center might be able to do it, handle it.
Maybe, yeah.
I'll see if it fits Jimena. A little baby hat. So, I guess this is actually used for socks or mitts. I forget what she said when I bought this. I'm gonna have to check this site out for the looms and see if they have other larger size worsted weight, these fine gauge, because this is the weight I like to use. I don't have to do special yarns. I don't have to do double. I can just do it. So, do what I'm telling you. So, and the yarn is, I don't know. This is some kind of Hobby Lobby, and it's a mess. Look at this. I don't know. You guys have seen this before. I think I did what did I do out of this that turned out really well? I think, was it a bankhead I did out of this?
I feel like it might have been a bankhead.
That's really pretty. I like this yarn. And I'm not a snob by any way, shape, or form, but I don't use a lot of acrylic anymore.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I don't always like the way it drapes.
Yeah.
So in my Ploverbird stained glass Batman bag, I actually have a fair variety of bags this time around.
Yeah. I have a lot of Anns this time around. It's been a while since I've had almost predominantly Ann.
Usually I have predominantly Anns. But this is the tea break, which is the test knit for Mom's pattern. I'll be there for you. And I'm using Miss Babs Killington in the colorway Coffee Break. And just a little bit of work on this.
Oh, seriously.
I really didn't feel like playing with bigger needles this time around, and that's why this didn't get as much work. I just didn't want to work with bigger needles.
Yeah, sometimes you don't. That's looking good.
So,
I like the way it's turning out. It's very pretty.
yes, it is.
It's nice to see how it turns out in a variegated. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my next project is, what is this? Okay. All right, my next one was a new project. It's in my, it's in my Ploverbird Owls bag, and I'm calling this the Autumn and Avonlea project from the Anne's Imagination Cal Green Gables inspired pattern by Tanya Marie Anderson. That sampler girl. I remember when I bought this, I think it was this one, she said, you know it's a knit pattern, right?
That's right, it's before you really did knit.
Yeah. I said, yeah. So I made a little bit of progress on this. And I think that's why I asked you what this yarn was. I think it's Skeino. We got it in Yarn Box.
Okay.
This. I don't have it didn't come with any ball bands. I have 3 of these and none of them have tags. And it's not because I did anything with them. I just don't have. They never. Skeino. I love Skeino yarns, but they never put tags. Or,
yeah, I noticed
or
that.
they put their tag and they don't put the weight, and it drives me insane. So I've got 2 of the 3 balls. Actually, I have all 3 of them in here, but 2 of them are skeined up. And this is the progress I made. This is US 7's Chow Goose, and it's a cowl. And I think this is the front.
Yeah.
So, isn't that pretty? I just love the way this is working out. I love autumn colors. It's really strange. I didn't think I'd be able to see the pattern, but I do see the pattern. It's like a sampler. And I didn't think I would like these kind of colors. The autumn colors surprise me because they're not often jewel tone.
Right.
But I like the autumn colors. You know, jewel tones and autumn colors I like. So this is really, really pretty. And I don't know if I'll keep it or if I'll give it to my mom. Because I think she'd like it too. So this, Tanya, look at what I'm working on. Your pattern. I don't know if she watches it anymore, but, well, ear burner.
Tanya Marie.
Tanya Marie. Why? Yeah, Tanya Marie. I couldn't remember how she spelled her name.
Yeah, that's why.
Sampler girl. And I have several of her patterns too. She's another one that has tea and tail related type stuff. So take a look at hers if you're looking for patterns for tea and tails.
Okay, so my last one is in my Ploverbird Turtles bag. And this is Donnie with a Dash of Leo. It's a Diana's Hat pattern by Joanna Johnson using Yarn Cafe Creation Mocha DK in the colorway
Yes. Particution.
Particicution.
There's no L yet. Particicution. All right, Christy. Give us a pronunciation, please. Particicution.
I'm pretty sure it's particicution. So, a little bit of work on this.
She did that on purpose because she knows we have trouble speaking already.
Because we're absolutely the only people who bought this yarn.
Yes. Isn't that pretty?
And it is a Turtles reference because Davina said it was a Donatello yarn, and I was like, well, no, actually it has a little bit of blue, so it's Donnie with the
my Donatello can go into the Turtles. Tortoise versus hare.
That's a stretch.
That's a turtle.
That's a stretch.
Laura said she was accepting turtle stuff, not just toys.
That's a stretch.
Well, you can do it too.
That's a stretch.
Turtle.
I'm not counting this as a turtle. That's a stretch.
Why is that a stretch? It's a turtle.
It's not a turtle.
It is a turtle.
It's a hat.
It's still turtle. She said she wasn't only doing toys and stuff.
I refuse to.
Well, you don't have any say in the matter. I'll put it in Laura's and in Brittany's, if they accept it. Okay. My next one, this is also a new one. This is in my Knitting's My Bag gnome bag, and this is the Precious Heirloom Shawl. This is my new I'll Be There For You shawl pattern. This is a fingering weight, and the yarn was gifted to me. It was dyed up for me special by Lucky
That's
Jenny
really
Knits.
pretty.
By Lucky Jenny Knits, and I think this has 490 yards. So I'm hoping to use the whole skein. Isn't that gorgeous?
That is really gorgeous.
And it's called Jewelry Box. So that's why it's called Precious Heirloom Shawl. So I got this much done, and that's what I've been wanting to work. I don't usually like working fingering weight, but I was going to be darned if Jenny's yarn was going to go to sit there and nothing happened to it. So isn't that pretty?
It is very pretty.
So Jenny, I'm using your yarn finally. Lucky Jenny Knits. And she has a podcast too. So good podcast. She's fun. Okay, so there we go. That's my last project. And these are on Chow Goos, and these are size 6s. Maria, you said you were using size 5s. I'm using 6s, and honestly, I almost thought about using 7s for my pattern because it's a little more dense than maybe I would have liked. But I'm not taking back to do size 7. Size 6s will be fine. So there we go. All right, that's that. Anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
Okay. Any FOs?
Nope.
No FOs. Okay. But royalties?
Nope.
Okay, I do. I got a bunch of DK weight in. DK weight yarn in, and I'm waiting on a couple of skeins of unicorn hair yarn that Laura asked me to order. I only ordered 2 because I didn't know if people would like it. So that'll be coming in pretty soon. And I'll dye those up. And I got squeeze bottles for dyeing, just regular squeeze bottles. They were on Hobby Lobby was having a huge sale. Both Hobby Lobbies and Michael, but we were in Winchester, so I was at Hobby Lobby. So I got 3 of these because they were like $2 a piece, $2.50 a piece. So I got that, and then Laura's gonna shake her head at me, but I got a yarn guide for the loom. I know you can use pens as well, but I throw my pens away before I think about it. I got some graph paper because I needed to. I have some ideas in my head for some designing I want to do, and I need graph paper. The thing I really got here were Brittany, you'll like these. Okay. This one says, the stamp says, pray more, worry less. Then I've got a little owl. I don't know what that purple thing is on top. It's a sticker of some kind. It says an owl. And then a bunny. And of course, a turtle. I wanted to get another turtle, but I think I already had the other turtles. So I've got a couple bunnies, a couple turtles, and a couple owls now. All the important animals are accounted for the most part. I tried to find sheep, but I couldn't find. There was a creepy looking llama there. Look at the llama. And then I picked up some stickers. Most of these, all these, I've been using stickers that come in the mail and have to pick and choose when I'm wrapping up my yarn for my shop, or we do it for the alongs or whatever. I'm going to using stickers now. So you'll get some pretty stickers on the yarn wrapping. I've got ladybugs. I don't know if you can see that. Ladybugs. Butterflies. These are like thank you, happy, that kind of stuff. I had 2 of those. Buzzes. Bumblebees. Okay. Smiley faces. Owls, because I couldn't do without owls. And then for my journaling, my Bible journaling, I got these. And I'm kind of strange. I will take notes in my Bible, but I don't like drawing and doodling in my Bible. So I have a separate book where I can put a phrase in if I want to, and then I can doodle on that, because I just don't like to do it. And that's not saying anything against people who do. That's fine. I just can't do it. It took me forever to learn to write notes in there and not feel like I was desecrating the Bible. So this is going to be for my journal. And some people do beautiful work on it. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. So that's that. Because I'm an artist wannabe, I can't draw to save my life. So I'm doing baby steps. I'm sorry about the crinkling there. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've got my magazine. Where's my magazine? I wanted to show something on my magazine. Let me go get my magazine and I'll show you the other things first. All right. Okay.
Is it over there?
I hope so. Oh, poo. Oh, I know where it is.
Is it over here?
It's up here.
That doesn't help you any up there.
No, it doesn't. Okay. I'll do this last. Or maybe I'll do that last because I don't remember the stuff. I picked up this, Knit Simple. It has some interesting stuff, and I usually, like I said last time I picked up a magazine, I honestly don't usually pick up magazines, but lately there have been a couple. Oh, I don't know how many of you watch or follow. Do you see this thing in the top corner there, the doll? You see the doll?
Her.
That is by Andrew Sue Knits. She's in the magazine here. Her little bundle up Betty. AndrewSueKnits.com. And I guess what she does is it looks like she sells you the little doll and then enough yarn to make an outfit. So I'd seen those, but I didn't realize she had gotten that much exposure. So congratulations, Andy.
Yay.
Andrew Sue Knits. That's awesome. And this has a lot of neat stuff in it that I picked up because I was interested in some of it. Like, they had some stuff on yarn dyeing. And let's see here. They have some crochet stuff in here, which is really unusual. I like this sweater. I didn't like the one that's not the blonde, but the other one. I like that sweater. Davina saw the bikini and almost had a conniption. Let's see.
I would think it just wouldn't be very comfortable.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be. It'd be kind of heavy. These socks, they're supposed to be without turning the heel, and the white ones are kind of, when I was looking at them, the construction kind of reminds me, except that you're not doing them in the round, you're doing them flat. You do a long thing like that, and then you fold them up and do something for the heel, and so you don't have, it's all flat. And so I think that might be the first one I try. I like this one better, but this might be the first one I try. So there's 3 different kinds of socks for beginner. You don't have to turn a heel on it. And you have a heel. Well, these are tube socks, but the other ones don't have heels. So that's, and then this is actually crochet. Isn't that pretty? Can you see that?
What is it doing having crochet in there?
They have basic crochet in here, which is really, I think they just, you know, they have a couple, this one's crochet as well. I don't care for this one as much, but I like the other one better. So, and here's they have a page on the basic facts of knitting and the basic facts of crocheting. Davina and I were looking at this. She thought the dress was being made, but it's the angel wings. Can you see the angel wings? So it was just kind of a fun magazine that I thought would be, you know, interesting to look at. Now, we went to Hobby Lobby, my husband and I, yesterday, and Hobby Lobby is a very bad place. No. No. It's not yours.
No.
Just sit down and be still. This is Pigflytle. Anyone who knows about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles know all about Mikey's Turflytle.
The more recent
ones.
Yeah.
he has a costume that has wings and he's Buzz Buzz. That was my Buzz Buzz colorways from that. Pigflytle. Well, this is Pigflytle Buzz Buzz Oink.
Yes.
Okay?
That's not the one I want to hold.
Hold this for a second. This is Bullet Bunny. And we got both of these from Hobby Lobby.
He's lighter than I thought he would be.
Yeah, I think he might be wood or he might be hollow.
Maybe.
I don't know. Anyway, my husband couldn't resist this, and we got this because Talia wasn't feeling well, and this was to make her smile. It's not hers because she has no place to put it in her room, but it's ours. But it's sitting on near our fireplace. So this is Bullet Bunny, and this is Pigflytle. Should I make a Pigflytle colorway?
Maybe. You'd have yellow and pink and
Yellow,
silver.
pink, silver,
Red.
red, and green.
Yeah. I didn't see the green, yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Pigflytle.
Yeah, Pigflytle might be cool.
Pigflytle.
There's Bullet Bunny.
Bullet Bunny. When pigs get, what is it, when pigs fly,
Yes.
all the dreams that come true when pigs fly.
Pigflytle.
Pigflytle. Okay, and Bullet Bunny. Okay, let me see here. I keep forgetting.
Yarn news?
I don't have any yarn. I didn't get a chance to do any yarn dyeing this week because there was just so much going on, and then we decided to podcast a day early, so I didn't do any yarn dyeing. It was really cut up. I had a hard time getting up on time this week, and then other things going on. But I'll be there for you is in testing. All the testers have their patterns, and I'm really excited about that. So yay! Please make sure you have a project page to link it to when it goes live. But please don't post any project pictures, progress pictures. Just the finish. You can do the finished project. Do you let them do the whips in the alongs, or do you just wait till it's finished?
For mine, I haven't been, but I also haven't been don't usually show my designs as I go, like you have for this one.
But nobody knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
So I would prefer, because it's so simple, that they just do the finished object unless the testing is finished. So just hold back on doing the. Please hold back on doing the progress pictures on it, but you can do the FO in whatever along it might fit in if you want to. In fact, once the testing is finished, you can put all your whip pictures in one post and then your FO in a separate post, so you can have the two posts for the shawl in whatever along you're doing. Just don't do it until the test is finished for the whips.
Yeah.
FO whenever it's done. Okay. And if you're confused, just let me know. I wrote to the shared story. Actually, I'm blocking out to the shared story. I've done a little bit of writing. Actually, quite a bit. About 1,000 words, I think. But a lot of eliminating. And my Etsy shop has been updated with all those yarns that you saw last week. They've all been in the shop. A couple of them have already been sold. So that's really good, really cool. I'm excited about that. Still doing my reading, basically. Did you have anything like that?
I just started reading Luke Cage and Iron Fist. I read one of their comics, and I picked up another one in the series. I'm kind of enjoying that. Their dynamic is kind of fun. Yeah, I've been enjoying that.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Okay, before I read from Knitting Ephemera, I want to remember, I keep forgetting to do the YouTube comments because we'd read this and then we'd sign off. So I want to thank the people who commented on YouTube, Andy, Rena, and Ellis Crafts. If there's anybody else that I missed, I apologize, but this is, as of this moment, who I saw before we went to record. Thank you for commenting, and thank you for everybody who has commented on Ravelry as well. Right. I think I was all caught up on there. Boy, I cannot talk. I don't know what's the matter with me. All right, so Knitting Ephemera. This book was given to me by Laura Smoot, and I think she wants me to pass it along, so I probably will do that after a couple weeks, pass it on to another podcaster. And she can tell me if I was wrong. I have a couple things I want to read to you here. They're short. Okay. Runners who knit, take note. University of Missouri professor David Babcock set a new record on October 19th, 2013 for the longest scarf knitted while running a marathon.
Oh, I actually heard of this.
Babcock managed to create a 6-foot, 9-inch scarf as he ran, surpassing the prior record of 5 feet 2 inches held by Britain's Susie Hewer. I would never even think to run and knit at the same time. Do you see this, Dan? Look, Dan.
Yeah, I do. I wouldn't suggest color work while running, though.
I wouldn't actually. You're not supposed to run with pointy sticks. Okay, so that's the thing. All right, now, this is another thing here. If you're traveling in West Virginia, okay, that's our neck of the woods, kind of, keep an eye out for the sheep squatch. Over the years, residents in West Virginia have reported seeing a white, shaggy creature about 7 or 8 feet tall with horns like a ram. Dubbed sheep squatch, the ovinish beast has drawn much attention and skepticism in the area. If you're one of the skeptics, then you probably don't want to hear about Maryland's goatmen. And then it goes ... so I don't know what they're talking about. And the last thing I'm going to read to you, because it is short here, is in England, an act of Parliament dated 1677 made it a criminal offense to bury someone in a garment made of anything other than sheep's wool, whether made or mingled with flax, hemp, silk, hair, goat, or silver, or in any stuff or thing other than what is made of sheep's wool only. Ditto for coffin linings. Offenders were subject to a £5 fine, which would be the equivalent of more than $1,100 today.
I'm assuming it's the offending family member, since there's really not much you can do to the corpse.
That's true. And I was looking at this, if you read this, made or mingled with flax, hemp, H-E-M-P-E, silk, hair, as in rabbit, H-A-I-R-E, gold or silver, or any stuff, S-T-U-F-F-E, or thing other than what is made of sheep's wool, W-O-O-L-L, only, O-N-E-L-Y. This is Old English. I mean, it's from the 1600s, mid-17th century. So I thought that was kind of fun to share with you guys. Yeah. All right. So are we going to podcast on Monday next week?
Yes.
Okay. So we are looking at podcasting Monday. I think that's July 9th. So that will be after the 4th of July holiday. We want to wish everyone in the States who celebrates the 4th of July a happy Independence Day. And we want to wish everyone a week full of knitting, crocheting, loom knitting, hand dyeing, whatever it is you like to do, whatever it is that makes you happy, and a week full of every blessing and good things. We hope to see you here in the Woman Cave next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 314, and that's a wrap.
Bye. Ooh, it's episode of pie. Bye.